was horrendous.
It's fucking early. It's too early for this podcast.
It's not early for you guys. It's the same time.
It's always the same time for you. Congratulations.
The sun is out today.
It's really out today. It's more out than it usually is for when we record this. It is more out than I was gonna make a comparison to somebody coming out or whatever. But I don't know. I would say Richard Simmons, but I don't even know. Hope on Gundam style. We're also not sponsored by Dunkin', but please. Yeah, hi. Please, D Daddy.
Please, Daddy.
Dunky Donut Daddy. Hey, this is Metal Waifu.
I'm Alexis.
I'm a Nick.
I'm a Nick.
I'm a Nick. I'm Nick. And today, equipment. Equipment time. Presents on the table, the got potential, and the little ornaments. What you wanted. For those listening to the podcast, you can't, you want to be able to know, but we got a Christmas setup.
Yeah, just presents.
It
says season's greetings.
Yeah, season's beatings. It's greetings. Greetings and the beatings.
Merry Christmas time.
She's got a Night Before Christmas hat because I'm
a goth bitch.
Yeah, it's basic.
Hey.
But
emo kids never die. We just evolve.
I feel like that's a fucking line. But
hey, look at Brendan Urie.
He did evolve into having a pompadour. I don't know, man.
Having a pompadour.
Just a lot of floof. There's a lot of floof there. And in our theme for Christmas and our struggle to find anything anime related that was related to Christmas, because we decided to stick in theme for some reason, we decided, because one, it was apparently Christmas theme, and two, is because it is a series that I like and I can vibe with. We decided to watch Gundam Wing Endless Waltz.
It takes place on Christmas Eve.
Equipment. So. Gundam Final Equipment. It is a continuation of the Gundam series. It's
a sequel and a prequel, I learned.
It's both, yeah, because it has elements of both. It was a 3-part series for
OVA.
the anime or OVA, but then it ended up making it into a hour-and-a-half movie. And we watched it. Just as a heads up, before we even get anywhere near this thing whatsoever, when we decided to choose this one, we were just kind of like, Christmas theme, it's Gundam, I love me some Gundam, some Gundams, the Bende, all that shit, great stuff. Gundam G Gundam is underrated, don't lie at me. I know you're going to come in the comments and be like, yo, bro, G Gundam's not good, man, it doesn't, it's satirical, nah, bro. There's a dolphin. Gundam, bro. There's a Gundam with a sombrero. Fight me, bro. There's a Pharaoh Gundam that's a mummy. And it's a graphic guy. It looks dope as shit. Can't say it's a dope model kit. Don't lie to me. Hating. Hateful people. But we...
My poor microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm just making out with it. It's fine. But I was like, hey, Gundam. I like Gundam. I'm down with this. It's a movie. It's on Christmas. Perfect timing. I can get into it perfectly. The problem is this movie, you have to have at least seen Gundam Wing.
You have to know what the hell's going on.
You have to have watched Gundam Wing to see this thing. So if you want to pause this video and enjoy the entirety of Gundam Wing.
Yeah, we didn't think that through.
No, not at all.
I still think that we should have done our Christmas compilation, like different episodes. Like the beach episode.
I didn't think about that. That could have been interesting too, but...
Yeah. Well, whatever.
We're
here.
We
both watched it like less than 12 hours ago. So
this is also based off the fact that we have had this has been the busy 2 months for us between
this week has felt so long.
Like Thanksgiving and also prepping for Holiday Matsuri and all that kind of stuff, that we didn't really want to go too in depth for this. Yeah. So like we figured like, hey, a movie would be good. It'd be a good way to kind of get us through or whatever. But yeah, just
didn't think through the rest of it.
Not really. So I will say this before you preface this. At least have watched Gundam Wing. At least have some idea of whether it's through Crunchyroll or from what you remembered when you watched it. Probably it was back on Toonami, which is probably where most of you remember watching it. It was probably like a lot of people's like first introduction to Gundam was through Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Even before like the 1980 series or anything like that, which is cash money. So if you want to for as that preference comes into it, that preface comes into it, do you want to give a quick description of what Gundam Endless Waltz is at that point?
Yes.
Pause the video, watch the entire Gundam Wing, and then jump back into this.
Yeah, hurry up. Watch the whole thing. Jesus, get
Hurry
on
up. Come on.
All right, so via the Gundam Wiki.
The quickie?
The Wiki. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. Longest fucking title ever.
It's mostly Gundam.
Yeah, it was released, the original Japanese released August 1st, 1998.
I was 5 years
And thank you for that.
old. You're welcome. That's letting you know.
Sometimes known simply as Gundam Wing, Endless Waltz,
Yeah.
is a 1998 OVA created by Sunrise set in the After Colony era. It is both a prequel and sequel to the Mobile Suit Gundam Wing anime. It is a sequel as it is a continuation of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, but it is also a prequel as it reveals details regarding the past of the Gundam pilots and the true objective behind Operation Meteor.
Yep.
So.
Just for those.
Oh, and it originally premiered as the 3-part OVA in 1997. There you go.
Yeah, so it came out in 97 first, and then it became a film because they were just like, money.
And then it was broadcast on Cartoon Network in the U.S. November 10th, 2000.
Yeah, which is probably when all the rest of us saw it.
Yeah.
Because we were all like, as kids.
Internet wasn't that sophisticated yet, so.
No. Again, this is
or it was just filled with viruses. Two
right.
options.
The one thing I loved about watching this film was just that it hit that nostalgia button.
Oh my
just
god!
right.
I have so much to talk about with the sound design in this. Like,
Just the animation in general, just that style of the time. It was the style of the time. It's my Abe Simpson impersonation.
that was the first thing I said though when I started it. I was like, "Wow, I miss this animation style."
Oh my god, yeah. No, like the when had the screens on in some the monitor rooms and everything like that has that little flicker to it and everything. I was like, oh bro, like Toonami anime is an aesthetic. Like
Yeah.
it is a just a whole genre in of itself of just like how everything looks, whatever. Because sometimes I feel like current anime right now and anime now compared to my day, yeah, right. It's a little too clean for me.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's a little crisp. I like that grainier, has a little gusto to it and everything like that. I think, and you know what? That's kind of and also retrospect too, because I also got Retro Crush, and I realized it was a neat thing. Retro Crush, they just have a stream going on of just anime that's going through, and it's all it's they have Astro Boy on most of the time.
Of course,
it's just it's basically just it's all free, so they're just whatever stuff they can get. But man, it still look the one thing about this anime, at least in Gundam, at least in the movie and everything like that, is the animation was still just so good. Everything's done crispy. There was a certain moment when they were Quartz, where's his name? The blonde haired. Quartz. I think the way you're pronouncing it in anime was Quartz or whatever.
Was it? It's spelled with it's spelled with TE at the end. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, Quartz or whatever.
I was also fresh off work. I was a little tired.
Yeah, or quarter or whatever. It's
Yeah.
Quatre.
Oh, RE.
RE. Winner. Just call him Winner. His last name's Winner. Also, fun thing about Gundam, the names for these people are always the bets.
Yeah, they're
Quarter,
wild.
Roberba, Winner.
And Hero, spelt with 2 E's.
Tora Barton. Duo Maxwell. Hero U, which that's semi-normal for this. Chang Wu Fei.
Oh yeah.
Dr. J. Professor G.
Just
Dr.
love it.
Dr.
Tell me, Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Tell me.
Tell me, Wolfie.
It's screaming.
Tell me. Funny. But when Quarter was going into the asteroid to get back the Gundams or whatever, and it had like that CGI explosion,
Yeah.
a little bit, I was like, ooh, ooh, we back, we went way back.
I feel like there's something about, I don't know, that's the like animation style that I always remembered being like this. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense to anybody, but like it was what set cartoons versus like anime apart.
Yeah.
Was that animation style?
It gives it a grittiness.
Yeah.
It gives it a layer of like a weird maturity to it.
Yeah, like it doesn't
Yeah.
look so much like, oh, this is for kids, which a lot of anime is not really for children. People just have a misconception there.
There's reasons for this one too, because at one point I was like, oh no, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Pop.
There's some shit.
There's some shit in this. But yeah, for the general plot of it, it's basically it takes place after. It's a year after the original series, where it ends with the final battle between them and the I forget what the name of the group is. Look it up again.
Oh, the dudes people.
Not Zeta, but they're Zeta.
Not Zeta, but they're Zeta.
That's what I mean. It's
Hello?
potential spam. Get the fuck out of here.
So what am I hearing?
I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. I just realized my complex is leaf blowing. I was like, "What is that sound?" And it's because my sliding glass door is so thin you can hear it.
It was Oz. That's what they were called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they formed the Earth Sphere Unified Nation and the Preventers. And the Preventers are
Oh
basically
yeah, the
like,
preventers.
the Pretenders. It's a great band. They form this union and everything, and the film takes place a year after it's Quitmouth. There's Christmas decorations and
This
everything.
is the first time they get to celebrate Christmas in peace,
And all that
harmony.
stuff. Yeah. The weird centralized. Okay, so if you have decided to watch this video, even without any idea of like Gundam whatsoever, God help you, because you're going to be lost and shit. Yeah. But there's two things about Gundam. One, not everything takes place in the main universe. There's multiple different timelines. This is the After Universe timeline where Wing, and I think there's like one other series I blank on or whatever. But everything else takes place in like the Universal Century era and everything. That's where like original Mobile Suit is and a bunch of those, like Gundam Unicorn and all that.
Yeah.
The centralized themes of Gundam, besides G Gundam, because it's just a show and fighting anime.
Fair.
And God bless it for every moment. Mwah. And like SD Gundam, which is like the chibi Gundams that are like stupid looking and all that stuff. I got a model kit with that when I was a kid, and I'm just like, this is terrible.
This is
His eyes are too big. He's too big eyes. The centralized themes of Mobile Suit Gundam is war bad.
Yep.
And Wing is notorious for its melodrama in that. It is very emotional, and granted, the reason why there's a lot of emotion in like the general Gundam universe in general is because a lot of the pilots, I blanked on what they're called when they're like the specialty pilots or whatever, but a lot of them are very like empathic.
Yeah.
And when shit's going on like that, they get really like into it, and they get really like when friends die, they feel it, but they're like some of the best pilots out there. So there's a lot of that conflict that kind of comes into it.
Kind of like when their suit gets hit, they're like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's that, or like again, like friends getting hurt, or like people dying and everything like that. So like they really try to. Mobile Suit has some of the dopest mech fights and designs, and it's like, look at all this badass shit, but it also wants to make sure that it's like, hey, we're bad.
yeah.
Fighting not good. And so like it always like has to ride this kind of like weird balancing act of like appeasing its audience with the explosions and craziness, but also like trying to deliver a message. And I think this film did a fine job of that in like certain aspects of it. Obviously, like I'm still just a smooth brain mech lover, so like I still watch when the robots show up. I'm like, get explosions, and they're gonna shoot the gun, and they're gonna swing their sword. Yeah, I'm like, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Right, that's where I'm at. But I also get like they're trying not to lean into it. But Christmas time. Everyone's having peace and all that kind of stuff and everything like that. But the
Shit hits the fan
shit
in like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, like it's Merry Christmas
it's so
to
fast.
It's Merry Christmas to we're about to get bodied by a 6-year-old.
So fast.
Yeah. So initially it comes out that like there's a girl who's the daughter of one of the main antagonists.
Yeah, which is the Decum. Decum. Is that his name? Decum.
Just Decum. Well, no, Decum Barton.
So I was really tired when I was watching
Decum Barton is the guy who's behind running and everything, but she's the daughter of what's his name, Zur or whatever.
I love you can clearly tell we watched
no,
this
listen,
very...
when I was watching it, when we were watching it, I was like, I got real like.
I had the little synopsis thingy on here.
I got it right here. I have the list.
Yeah, no, Barton. That's her grandfather.
Oh, that's right. He's the grandfather, and then
she's merely a puppet controlled by her grandfather.
Right, but her dad is. Oh God.
He was a former advisor to martyred colony leader hero. Colony leader hero.
Oh yeah. That's another thing about Gundam Wing 2 is like it starts off and the main character, the character who's like sets everything off for Gundam Wing, his name is Hiryu, and then the main character of the show is also named Hiryu.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like you get it. But yeah, so basically like this girl comes up and she's like starts like feeling like I'm running everything, etc. But she's really like this Deacon guy's puppet leading the whole thing on and everything. He's kind of brainwashed her into thinking that war good and fighting and fight.
She kidnaps the
vice president.
Yeah, the vice president.
Vice prime minister, who was the daughter of one of the other characters. She was the daughter of. I feel like, all right, it's time for Gundam Wing trivia.
I know.
Who are these characters? Okay, I have to go. Anyway, Zex. So, yes, Therese. So Therese is the father of Marimia.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So Therese is. Let's keep going down, and then the girl got taken. I literally saw her name. I can't believe I'm blanking on.
Starts with an R, right?
Yeah, it's like Relina.
These people got weird ass names.
Well, yeah, like I said.
And then there was like one girl right in the middle. Her name was like Sally or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were like, Sally, check this, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, who are you? Yeah. You don't have a weird ass name. Rando. But she ends up getting. She drinks some tea and gets sleepy.
Yeah, she got drugged by a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And then so that leads off the whole thing, and then. There's a little bit of jumping around in this anime.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of like, there's some things kind of start happening and you're just like, it loses a little bit of its like, why are we here now? What's this going on?
Yeah.
Why are we at this spot now? Like it is a little choppy when it comes to its like transitioning from scene to scene. You get like a general idea of what's going on.
Well, and then there's that random part in the middle where it's just theme songs and they're doing things, and I'm like, where did this come from?
You're talking about the bop that's like a slow jam.
I know, it's so good. It's so
slow
good.
Jam, and you hear like, I'm like, oh. It's a party up in here. And it's still the central theme, whatever. And it's like, there's only one sentence in that entire song that's English, and then the rest are Japanese. Like, you couldn't say that in Japanese. Japanese here is just like, I don't know how to say it in Japanese. I'm going to sing it in English and go from there.
Fuck it. Send it.
2 sticks. Send it. I forget what the theme of that song was. It's a bop. It's a banger. And so like,
I had the 2 songs.
Because initially I was like, it's a little slow. And I'm like, oh, damn, son. Oh, here it is. OVA. Oh,
White Reflection and Last Impression by 2 Mix.
2 Mix crew. 2 Life crew.
By the way, a trivia apparently, Endless Waltz is the first OVA to feature the same cast as a previously aired series and the first to be set outside the Universal Century.
Oh. Yeah, because, Gundam Wing was like, besides Gundam, Gundam Wing was like, I think it did fine in Japan, but it was immensely popular in the U.S. because of its syndication from Toonami. And that's why, like, I remember when like MetroCon first happened, and they had like, we got the Gundam Wing cast, like Scott McNeil and all those guys or whatever, like, ooh, and people were just like, oh my god, and like it was only like Americans, and especially because like, dude, they made the best model kits for this. Like, like even if you
really cool.
don't like even if you think like the melodrama of Wing is a bit much, which I understand, I feel it. Those Wing kits. Those just have like the massive like giant span, like the Zero Gundam is like probably like the prime example of like the dopest like masterclass or like higher end Gundams you can get, where it's just like just this sprawling piece of shit, and like the amount of people that have
I love the Death Scythe one.
oh, the Death Side ones, just so fucking metal, and the guy who rides it's such like a sweetie though.
He really is.
That Duo Maxwell is just like, hey, like he's such a dork, and you're just like, he rides that thing. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna slice your head off. Yeah, yeet.
Yay!
Like you think like the homeboy who has the Gatling gun Gundam is like, you'd think he'd ride that thing, or like maybe even Wei Fei, but Wei Fei has like a weird snake Gundam guy where he's like going around and everything like that. But no, apparently it's him. Apparently it's Happy McHapperson. But yeah, so as the film kind of goes along and like kind of jumps around here and there, there's a lot of things of like, well, should we want to, with this thing going down, do we need to get the Gundams back, because they also swear off using the Gundams again because they think the war is over and everything. But apparently the Stret comes in, so like we got it's like it's basically the plot of like most like disgruntled cop movies, where it's like, yeah, I tried to walk away and you pulled me back in.
Just couldn't leave.
I couldn't leave. I gotta get my gun. Dumb. Gotta get my Gundams. So like,
I love they were sending them to the sun.
Well, it was really complicated too. Like jumping around in the movie. Like, listen, go watch it. Whatever. It was funny how, like, at the start of the movie, they're like, we're going to send them to the sun to destroy them or anything like that. Like, that was the only option. And then, of course, when they succeed and everyone wins or whatever, they're just like, let's just blow them up. I'm like, why did you do that the first time?
I know.
Like, the writers were just like, well, we can't just say they blew them up and then, like, we have to make completely new Gundams, which, like, I'm sure Bandai would have been like, yo, we'll make some new Gundams. We don't give a damn. We'll sell some more. What are we, Transformers? But, like, but I guess, like, that was, like, a tension builder, which is fine. Like, it's an interesting like plot point where they, like, now it's a race to the sun to try and get the Gundams back, whatever. It was interesting and like cool in concept, but at the same time, it's like, why didn't you just blow them up the first time?
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure.
I love the dedication of what the hell's his name? Blonde dude again, when he, because he's the
Quarter.
he decides to go back and get these Gundams, and all of his people are like, we would lay down any of our lives for
We'll
you.
die for
We'll
you."
go. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a lot of energy.
Yeah, like, we will die for you. Like, yeah, it was weird. Like, I guess
Any single one of us would
guess-
lay down his life for you.
So
I was like,
oddly enough, when I was looking them up, they all had the nationalities for like each of the Gundam pilots, and like one like Quarter's Russian, Duo is no. Duo's Russian. God damn it. Chang Wei-Fei is obviously Chinese.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Quarter is Arab, so that makes sense. That makes sense why he's hanging out with that
Okay.
crew and everything. Because there's one guy who's wearing like, what the hell are those things called? Little red hats. Aladdin wears it.
I forgot what the hell those
Yeah,
are called.
yeah.
I know what you're talking
And I
about.
was kind of like, what the hell is it? And then there's one guy with, I think one guy has like a turban on and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like the Middle East in space.
Yeah.
like what? Okay, cool, whatever. We're vibing. You listen, man. Even in space, you gotta be fly. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, you gotta be vibing.
Gotta do your thing.
Yeah. So that was a one core guy I forgot about. Tora Barton is Russian. Duo is Native American.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He is Yeah, Gundam Death Scythe Hell. He is cheerful, amicable, and goofy.
Yep.
Duo. And then, of course, there's Hero, who's obviously, he's Japanese. He showed up, like, well into the movie, too.
I know.
Like, he doesn't show up at all until he hangs out with Duo. I'm like, aren't you, like, kind of the face of this whole thing? And he's just there, just like, what's up? I'm like, Jeez. Which I liked. I did appreciate his arc because like they go into like each of the characters like kind of reasoning to why they ended up being the way they were to the show and everything like that. Because like the original Operation Meteor was them assembling the like, scientists, training them, get them in the mobile suits, and then they're going to take down the big group and everything like that as like a rebellion thing or whatever. Because I mean, we're just gonna say it. Zeta's just mech Nazis. Have you seen Zeta Gundams?
Yeah.
Have you seen them? Basically, that's their whole thing. But they go in and they try and like that whole angle, or whatever, and they do some like pretty sussy stuff, like in terms of like how to get start the thing and everything like that. Where like Tora like ends up taking this dude's identity because he doesn't really have a name. Like he was just kind of like not given one apparently, so he just took this dude's identity.
After they just shot him.
Yeah, Quarter's guy, his scientist that was training him was like, if you found out that he was like the Quarter's like pretty like sweet and nice and all that stuff, he's like, I can't do this, kid, man. Like it's just like just get out of here. I'm sorry. But Hero ends up like just straight up just bombs an entire facility and then bombs the entire town because it just goes off.
Yep.
He ends up going off and like preface to that, like in this little flashback he has, he's like out and about, like just like kind of vibing in this park or whatever, and this little ghost show's like, I have a little
With her dog Mary.
have a little flower, bye. And then he blows this place up, and then he sees
The dead dog.
you see the teddy bear that she holds. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, there's the dog, man.
And then he picks it up.
Yeah, he's just like sad walking. Like, dude, it is. When I say Gundam Wing is melodramatic, I mean it's melodramatic. I mean it is. It's like feel bad.
Yep.
I'm like, I get it. It was an interesting aspect of his character, and like you understand like why he was making some of the decisions, and then like a lot of the aspect of that film was like during one of the final fight scenes, the thing they were pointing out the entire time is like, we're not killing anyone. Whenever we shoot, like take out a mech or whatever, we're not aiming for critical mass or whatever. We're not aiming for like.
I love where they would like gas people. I just need to put you asleep for a little while.
Yeah.
Like they were making it very apparent.
They're
like no death.
The writers of this thing is like, make sure we are fully aware because we could be just. It's almost like, and it's funny. I got vibes of this when I was watching this. You remember when like. Did you ever see Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember the part where the Kryptonians, Zod and all of them, they bring like the super magnet that starts terraforming Earth and everything like that, and like the whole point of Superman's supposed to stop him or whatever, but the machine starts going and it is just both ends of Earth is just getting annihilated, and like you're sitting there just like. And then you see Metropolis, and Metropolis is like the center of it. It is just a crater. It's just massively destroyed. I'm just like, Superman sucks. That's like thousands, if not millions of people just dead.
Yep.
Just dead. Just like they're just bodied out of here. But of course the film's like, he saved the day, excuse me. He saved the day. He did the thing. And you're just like, no, he didn't. They're just people dead. Like, he just killed a bunch of people. What happened? What happened? So, like, I feel like this was, like, the early time. Like, obviously, when we got in, like, Batman versus Superman, people did die during that or whatever, and Batman blamed Superman for it. But then, that film... I almost walked out of that movie. Just straight out. Just I was like, I was like, I'm gonna sit through it. I paid the money for it. I even had to go to the bathroom at one point. I'm like, I can just go to the bathroom and just leave. And, go. And I was with other people. And they were all just like trying to understand it. And like some people were just even trying to be like, I think it wasn't that bad. But like even Gundam in like 97 was also trying to be like, hey, we're not like, make sure you point out that like people aren't actually dying. Our
not
heroes
massacring
our
people.
Our heroes are actually trying to be heroes and not trying. They're trying to make a point.
Because the characters like out loud said it too, that like they didn't want to kill anybody.
They even animated dudes just running out of the mechs like, let's get out of here.
Yep.
We gotta go. And then I forgot like when I was watching it, I forgot Homeboy, oh god, blonde hair dude who was like one of the big like enemies of the show originally. I forgot he like
the long blonde hair.
Let's pull him up.
He was hot.
Oh yeah, I was like, and here's Zex
Yes,
Marquez, Zex Marquez. Yes, yeah, I love his name. Oz Ace mobile suit pilot. He's also known as the Lightning Court, or as Lightning Count or Lightning Baron.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Due to the fact that he fights like lightning to strike his enemies fast and without warning.
Yep.
While he wears masks supposedly to hide a facial deformity, the truth is he uses it to hide his true identity. Milorado Peacecraft. Oh, that's right. Lost in the pacifist Peacecraft family. That's right. Yeah.
He's really covering up that he's a lizard person.
Yeah. If you watch the original, you see like Universal Centric Gundam. He's supposed to be like similar to like Char's Aznable from that show because he's also like similar looking because you see that. That's Char.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was good shit. Good shit.
Good shit. Good shit.
Good shit. Good shit. But the Mets, baby, the Mets. But yeah, there was his character who shows up and he shows up to like to defend everything or whatever. Of course, that's the first time you find out about what the hell is the dude's name? Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad guy Barton.
Oh, the main dude.
The main bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Dickum.
Dickum.
It's Dekim.
Dickum.
Deckum.
Deckum. That's when you find out that Deckham's kind of like the main guy running everything, and Zex is like shit.
Well, because there was this whole thing about the Barton family? Weren't they supposed to be like all of them were dead? They're supposedly.
Yeah.
And then all of them coming back was like, oh
no, oh no,
yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's why it was like such a big deal when how do you pronounce her name? Mary
Meese or whatever.
Mary Amian. I couldn't understand how they were saying it in the anime either.
Maramise. Oh, sorry.
6-year-old.
Marimia.
Marimia, whatever.
Mariemia.
Yeah, what the hell is this? But anyways, yeah, so when she came back around, everybody was like, whoa, that last name. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Bartons.
No.
Bartons. Everybody just click, Bartons.
Well, no. They knew she was the daughter of Kushinada, Therese or whatever. They didn't know Barton was still alive, as far as I remember. But then later, they're like, oh, no. So, oopsie doodle. But she's kind of there as a ploy, but she's also, like, very, like, she kind of is, like, into it. Like, she's, like...
She's way too into it.
Yeah. She's like, oh, yes.
I will not tolerate any disrespectful comments.
War is life is like an endless waltz.
Yeah, her voice is so high. She's so menacing.
She said that. I was like, she said the name of the movie. She said the name of the movie.
Like Family Guy.
She said the name of the movie.
What was the Superman? Wasn't it? Was Superman?
Yeah.
Like, well, that one didn't fit very well.
Yeah, it didn't fit very well. She, like, what was it? Peace, War, and something else or whatever. It was like, it was semi-neat. I get why they were doing it, but it was like, said the name of the movie.
I also just love that when she decides to make the announcement that they are officially independent and that also it's war, it literally is like, we're independent and we're declaring war, and then just poof, everything blows up, and you're like, it just happened. You just made the announcement.
It's like
this was everything happens literally in a matter of hours.
It's like you got.
I feel like this entire movie took place in less than 12 hours.
It's supposed to take place over Christmas. It's all supposed to take place on Christmas Eve, but then they're also talking about getting the Gundams, like, supposed to take, like, 50... She said something about 50 days or whatever, or something like that.
Yeah, I was very confused.
What?
That's why I was like, how long is this?
What's going on?
Is that... I don't know, unless it's supposed... Because I can't remember. Did Gundam follow any, like, space rules about how, like, long it takes to travel and things like that?
First off, God damn it. It's that specific timeline. So, it's the after colony timeline.
Yeah.
So, we don't know if they're following their own rules or if Universal Century follows their own rules. We don't know what's going on. Yeah, we're just
here for the ride.
Yeah, we're just here. Whee!
I paid a ticket, but I didn't know what I paid to.
Whee! Gunpla! Whee! Gundam shoot gun good and beam sword. Yee!
Beam sword. Yee!
But yeah, so another thing too is like there's some I liked some of like the main characters questionable motivations in terms of like Troa at one point like infiltrates in like the whole organization before he goes like it gets get muddled in terms of like what's his place in it, because then you find out later that Wu Fei has turned towards the organization, the Barton family and everything like that, because he's like he's sold on the idea of their only purpose is to fight. Yeah. Their only purpose is to do this, and if they don't have anything else, then what's their point? And it's like Hero kind of just, which it's like that's kind of like that's bro.
Yeah.
It deals with some. I like some of the concepts it kind of tries and tackles and deal with, especially like when some of the people out when they're when a homegirl gets on the monitor and like tells the people like, hey, you got, in order to for you to get freedom, like you have to earn it. Mm-hmm. Like you have to like defend your place in order, because people are going to try and question or whatever, but like come on, guys. And then like all the guys in the court and like the town square area are like, yeah, let's go save her now. Yeah, let's go. I killed like 5 Gundams during the war, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Let's go. Yeah. And there was that one random chick that showed up, the blonde hair chick with the eyebrows.
Oh, I know. What in the world? I
don't know who that was. And I was like, this is supposed to be somebody, and I forget. But
yeah,
like,
I don't remember.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But what the fuck? But yeah, it was weird. Like they're all just like in the court, in like that little like town square area. It's like all the trucks show up to load them in and send them out. Like, what? Come on. Let's go, guys. You guys have any weapons? No. These hands. These hands for freedom.
Hold on, I need to fix something.
Oh yeah, fix your chair.
No, I need to fix something on here.
Oh, okay, you gotta fix the thing. But yeah, it was like, it was so random, man. Like it was. I still enjoyed it. Like, I still enjoyed the film, and I still enjoyed certain aspects of it. I saw like a time, but there was definitely like some questionable reasonings and motivations and stuff in terms of some of the characters and the things were happening. Excuse me.
You're dying, Nick.
Aren't we all?
Oh, I mean, yes, we are.
Slowly but surely.
That we are.
Step by step, inch by inch. Yeah, no, it's like, when the fighting was going on and the aesthetic was hitting, I was like, this is great. I couldn't say I wasn't entertained. Oh yeah, but no. Like even those aspects of the show in the film and everything like that, I'm like, what's the I get it. Like,
yeah, it did feel a little jumbled.
Yeah, when I read some of the stuff on Wikipedia about it, I read some of the stuff about the production of it and everything. They wanted to do a sequel because they did feel like the series kind of ended abruptly. But it was the studio, because of the popularity of it in general, it earned itself they wanted to do a sequel to it because they wanted to like kind of give it a little bow on top. And I feel like for a lot of people, this, like I said, like having that prior idea of like what Gundam Wing is. Yeah. I think it might give people better context to it, and like people who really like the show is like, there's a little send off for you guys. That's basically more what it is. So you can kind of get away a little bit more with like some stuff that defies a little bit of logic, just for the sake of putting an actual stop to the whole series and everything. Because obviously, like Gundam is very they don't have like that's the thing I like about Gundam is like it's been around forever, but there's at no point do I have to say you have to start watching this Gundam and then you gotta get into the whole series. It's not like a One Piece where it's like 1,000 episodes. It's like you can jump in on any series, and whether it be like part of UC or like Wing or like G Gundam, you can kind of just jump in and be like, you can just start watching it. It's just it has its general ideas, its general themes, and it has different characters, but there's a lot of still central parts that are still the same. The Gundams, Zeta adjacent or whoever the enemy is, and then like a lot of that internal conflict that kind of comes with the characters and everything. I will still never recommend Seed to people because
I think I watched like a very small amount. Like very small.
That's the show that I was like, I get it what you're trying to say, but God, these kids are whiny.
Yep.
I don't want to go. I'm like, it's been like, we need you to go because it's a Gundam show. Like at least a little bit of combat. Like, I'm like, could come on, fight. Poking it with a stick. Come on, want to go.
I need some entertainment.
Come on, conflict. Conflict. Come on. Just like, oh Lord, like I know people that would be like, oh, Gundam Seed was one of the best ones, and whatever. Like everyone has their own opinions, but that's the nice thing about Gundam is you can kind of just jump into a series and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think Wing is definitely a good one as like a starter because like it's its own self-contained thing, and you can kind of just blitz through it in a sitting, and it still has some of my favorite designs in it. But at least for this like this film, and of course like the other thing too is like how much of a theme of Christmas is in it? Barely any. There's a Christmas tree that shows up every once in a while.
Yeah. And they just remind you, but it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's the first Christmas with peace.
Peace. We're in the snow. I was kind of hoping they did a little more with like the concept of them like fighting in the snow
I know.
and everything.
That would have been cool.
That would have been dope. But like a good chunk of the combat is like mostly in space or like in like some like the hallways of like the colony they go into and everything.
Yeah, which these colony names, by the way, I totally forgot about them, and I was like, I don't know which one we're talking about.
Well, X18, I had to look it up. X18999 is the main colony for Oz. That was the main colony. That was the main. Oh, and then, okay, so like the big plot twist of like Operation Meteor was.
Oh yeah.
The main plan for Operation Meteor before they decided to switch over to Gundam. Like just making the Gundam suits to go down or whatever, was they're just gonna drop the colony.
Yep.
On the planet.
They're just like, we are gonna yeet you out of here.
We're gonna yeet the planet on there, and then we've made our commitment and all that stuff. And then the one character, some of the guys, are just like, hey, we shouldn't go through this plan because like through one of the flashbacks for Toa or whatever. Like one of the guys is like, hey, we shouldn't go through with this plan because that's like billions of people dead.
Yeah.
And he's just like, whatever, revenge.
Yep.
And that's how the one dude dies. And that's how Tor ends up getting the name Tora Barton. Because he doesn't really have a connection to Tora Barton, but he just took the name because...
He was like, I don't have a name.
Fuck him. Fuck him. But the finale of the whole film is like all the Gundams get together and they fight in like, I guess like the estate or whatever of where they're at. And... Hero and Wu Fei have a fight in space or whatever. That's when that is like quintessential, just absolute, just peak Gundam.
Oh,
is when they both get in their communications or whatever, and they're just like getting philosophical as they're fighting the shit.
Tell me, Wu Fei!
Tell me, Wu Fei!
He just,
Are we just soldiers? There's a fight or whatever? What is peace?
It was so dramatic.
Oh, dude, it is at its height when they're both fighting because it hits right here, man. You remember as a kid just watching that stuff like, this is so highbrow. When you're watching as an adult now, like you don't have the time to like communicate with each other and yell at each other like this. It's great in like terms of like a storytelling aspect, but it gets a little ridiculous. But man, is it dope though. He falls in the water and he's in the water and he has like that moment where Hero falls in the water. He falls in the water and as the mech goes up and everything, and then towards like the end of the fight, like the heroes are like at their last leg, like dealing with all the other Zetas or whatever, and Hero just has the big fucking just the BBC of just like, of like Gundam guns just looking down because they like the house they're in, like this estate they have is underneath like this heavily fortified bunker, and he just unloads on this bunker, just and starts shooting on the top of it. Of course, like the vice prime minister, the girl, and Barton are all in there, and they're just like, he's shooting us down. And he's just like, and like his Gundam like has like a bunch of serious damage, whatever. He's shooting it, its arms fly like, I'm like, yeah, this is my shit, bruh, my shit. And then a kid gets shot.
Yep.
And you're like, what? Because like at a certain point, like the vice prime minister is kind of getting to the little girl, like, hey, your grandfather's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like this isn't right or whatever. And so like she kind of steps, like he's about to shoot the vice prime minister because the other girl shows up as well, which. Again, this is another problem with this film. Is like it doesn't really do a good job of like, hey, this person's here now. This person's here now.
Yeah, they
like,
just appear, and you're like, huh?
Because there's the one girl. She was the head of the preventers who shows up randomly. She like sneaks in or whatever, and she gets involved, and then homeboy is like tired of the shit. Deckham gets tired of shit, and he's about to shoot the vice prime minister, but the little girl jumps in the way and just takes a I thought when she got shot, I'm like, oh, she dead. Like, I thought she got shot straight through the heart. I'm like, oh, she dead.
She did.
But she wasn't.
No, she survived.
She survived, but then he just gets he's about to shoot again. And one of his soldiers just shoot him straight in the head, and just like, we're done with this.
Yep.
We're over. We're out. And
His
that's
own soldier.
just pops him straight in the head, and it's done.
Yeah,
Done. It's done.
I was like, damn, it was that easy?
Yeah.
Just one of you needed to turn?
When they were it was, I mean, fair enough statement. When a Gundam's literally on the top, just I started blasting. It was the Danny DeVito of Gundam. Started blasting.
Dear God.
And it's just like, so we can either live with this, try and go with this crazy dude's ideas, or we can just have this all around right.
Yeah,
all right.
literally.
GG, bro. Hey, good game. Cool. Yeah. We're not war prisoners? Yeah, you won't be war prisoners. All right, dope, bro. Cool. All right. Hey, our bad. My B. Yeah, it's all good.
My B. Sorry.
Can't try the 6-year-old as a war criminal, so I mean, whatever,
God.
Inciting a war and everything, but whatever. She's wheelchair bound now, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's a punishment enough, I guess.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Stupid. Yeah, and then they blow up their Gundams, and they'll go their separate ways. It's
Peace.
Peace has been achieved.
Just biggest theme here. We just need some peace.
Yeah, dude. Much like the past 2 years, just need some peace.
Seriously.
New variants coming. Can we get some peace from that? It'd be great. Yeah. Anxiety intensifies.
Yep.
Yeah, but again, like it was a trip. Like it was one of those things where I wasn't like, I think because it was just like it was just an hour and a half of like basically a send off thing, was just kind of I couldn't forgive it in certain aspects, and also there was some cool shit. It fed into my showing like an ass, but you were talking about sound design earlier, and when they're like clanking around, shing shing, I'm just like, oh, I miss those sounds.
There's a lot, like there is something to be said about the 90s era of, I would say late 80s and then the 90s era anime's sound design, because it is so satisfying to listen to. It's so nice. Like even down to footsteps. Footsteps are so nice to listen to. I also realized that there were some sounds in Gundam that were also in Sailor Moon, and that was throwing me. I was like, whoa. Which is totally normal, like reusing sounds and stuff, especially if they're done by the same companies, is going to happen all the time.
Is
like,
Sailor Moon Sunrise as well, or?
I think Sunrise had something on Sailor Moon. I don't think originally, but maybe.
Let's find out. Don't mind us. We're just gonna be quiet for a second. Gundam, Cowboy Bebop, Armor Trooper.
I gotta find the original.
City Hunter. Oh yeah, they have City Hunter. Yeah, you don't.
No,
I don't see it on here.
well, they also like. The way that the movie industry works is there is like general libraries that you can pull from as well.
Yeah.
So it's not always just if it's done by the same company. It's also just a thing. I use those libraries.
Yeah.
I don't always record my own sounds. Sorry. A lot of people don't. Wilhelm scream, for example. Everybody fucking has it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody puts it in their shit.
Yeah. No, it's they got a lot of shit.
Oh, it's Toei.
Toei. Yeah, Toei. Yeah, that's same as Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, Gundam. Sunrise is Gundam, Cowboy Bebop, Space Runaway, Ideon, Armor Trooper Votoms, Code Geass.
Code Geass. So that's actually a thing that I was going to talk about. This is fucking hilarious, and I knew that I knew they were both on Sunrise. I knew that for a fact.
Yeah.
I fucking love Code Geass. And I knew that Code Geass was inspired by Gundam, but holy shit. They are like almost mirror fucking images of each other. It's so nuts. One, like the Gundams versus the Shit, what were they called in Code Geass? The fucking suits that they fought in. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of them. But the suits, very similar. Very, very similar. Code Geass, it's a little slimmer, a little, I guess, more polished in some way. They're not as bulky and square and heavy looking, which is kind of the nice thing about the Gundams, but, you know, that's Code Geass not trying to be 100% the same. But also, like, just talking about when they're in, you know, they're both in the suits and they're communicating and they're having these like deep philosophical, oh my God, that fucking happens all the time between your main two characters. Well, pretty much anyone, because even C2 has a couple in there where she's talking to Lelouch, or Lelouch and Suzaku are talking to each other. Like, they're, god damn. The difference with Code Geass is Code Geass didn't give a shit about killing people. They kill so many people, and they murder them, like, point blank, either with a gun, with a suit, with a bomb, with his Geass, where he makes other people shoot other people. Like, I mean, one of the biggest plot points is him making one of the characters massacre a bunch of people. I don't know if that's... don't want to, like, spoil who that character is, but yeah, it's a huge fucking plot point that he does that. Lelouch and Suzaku have, like, way more... they have a lot of melodrama. Like, Code Geass is, like, the more drama-heavy over the fighting. There is fighting, and the fighting's pretty good, but... yeah. It's definitely way more drama heavy than...
I always see it pop up on like Adult Swim and everything like that, but I never got around to watching it yet. I might
love it.
I might have to fix that.
I love it so much.
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
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 There's some real in the end. There's some pretty dark themes in. Yeah, so basically Code Geass was like, you know, we made Gundam and we just like didn't want to kill people in it. Let's just say fuck that and let's just do this.
Let's just kill people.
There's so much blood in that show.
Yeah.
So much.
Wild.
I mean, there's definitely still worse animes than that one, but yeah, there's quite a bit of blood there.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of death.
It was licensed. Okay, it was brought over by Funimation, and then it was on Adult Swim. Its original run was
what was?
Code Geass. I was like,
oh yeah,
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got around to.
I enjoy that dub.
How many episodes is it? First season? It's 25. I could binge that.
I think there's 2.
There's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
R1 and R2 are both 25. I can watch that.
It's...
what am I doing? I can watch this shit out. I thought it was longer.
Good.
I thought it was longer than that.
It's real good.
Yeah.
And then there's the spin-off shit that they made that I'm
not vibing with. Okay, I'm gonna get around to that.
Granted, I feel like I should give it another chance. 'Cause it's been a little while, but I don't know.
Part of me. So after watching this, part of me did, because I was looking at Crunchyroll's library or whatever. Part of me did what was just kind of like, I might just binge all the Gundam. Because they have like almost all of it on there. There's original.
Jesus.
They have OG Gundam. They have, what do you want? Uber? Nah, bruh. No Uber here. Uber advertising over here. No.
Okay.
No, phone's going off. They had OG Gundam. They had G Gundam. They had Wing. They had Seed, and then Seed Destiny, which I was like, I might give it another shot and just be disappointed again. They had Unicorn. They had a bunch of them on there. I was like, man, I might just run that again, like just cause and everything like that. But that's. Do I rewatch a bunch of old stuff, or do I have to or do I force myself to be like, I need to watch newer things or whatever? Like, part of me was just like, hey, what's for next year? Do you just want to watch like all Gundams, the whole Gundam series? Instead of like just be like, let's watch this anime. And this anime was like, we're just next year's all Gundam.
Oh my god. I don't agree with that plan.
Shh.
It's
all Gundam. It's all we need to watch.
Then the next year it's all Inuyasha.
Take some else, you know what I'm saying? Take some else. That whole season, that whole year would just be me just being like,
while it's me just the whole time.
It's just horny.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah. I mean, that is also on the list of things that need to be gotten through.
That's a lot of episodes.
Dude, there's so many. There's so much stuff. Dude, every time I go through Crunchyroll and people are like, hey, you watch this new thing, I feel like a bit of a rant before we get into the new year and understanding of like how I kind of want to watch my anime. I feel like people who watch anime have like the attention spans of squirrels, where if it like it's always they always have to have something that's
Yeah.
like coming out or whatever, like a new series or whatever, because you're like, oh, this thing, I watched all this and watched all. I'm like, I like to when I sit and watch a series, I like to sit down and vibe with it. I take a
Yeah.
moment and everything like that. But when everything's all just coming out so close together and
I
everything,
know.
and it's all just out there, and they're just like, you gotta watch all. I'm like, I don't.
There's a
What?
there's a website that specifically categorizes it when like things are coming out, and they've got like they have all 4 seasons. So they have, your fall, your spring, your winter, your fucking like it's so awful. But you
lot.
look like, and they do it by a year. Every year they do this. They have, and this list is so long for every season. I'm like, how in the hell do people watch so much of this? Like
It's
I don't
because
even have the time. Like,
some people do, and we call them loser. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Weeps. You mean our audience? I'm sorry.
yeah, that's fine.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Just
But yeah, it's a lot. Like, it's a heavily saturated market right now, and that's because it's ramped up in popularity. They know that people are going to watch things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, especially with streaming services and everything, and there's now an ease of access of getting most of this stuff and watching
Yeah.
a lot of it. And I think during that's why I'd enjoyed that era of like Toonami and everything. That's a lot was just because like you had the shows that were on, you had the blocks, you're all set ready to go. Like these are the things you're gonna watch and everything. Now it's like there's such a thing as just having like too many options.
Yeah,
and, like,
there really
and,
is.
Like, and,
Oh
like,
my God.
And I think for a lot of people too, it's like, well, if I'm gonna watch this anime, there's gonna be people I can talk to about that anime, if they all that kind of stuff. I've actually started running into people now where like. I was talking to like 2 random people, and they just brought up the subject of Vinland Saga. I was like, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga was my favorite anime last year. Like,
Jesus.
wow, have you listened to my podcast?
It's because sometimes I'll do this thing with my Funimation and Crunchyroll accounts, and I'll just like go through their lists, just go through what their library, and just see like if there's some old stuff on there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to rewatch that. I'll put it in my queue, whatever, and then I'll just see if there's like stuff that just interests me based off of just like the picture and the little synopsis, and I'll put that in there. And man, I will spend so long doing just that. I'm like, holy shit, I'm still not to Z. All right, we're
Not to Z.
still going. All right.
It's like
Oh,
it's like having an unlimited account on like Tinder. You're just like,
somebody should make that like Tinder,
Kidding? No.
Tinder for animes.
oh my.
Like, do you want to watch this? No.
It's us.
No.
We make the Tinder for anime. We make the Tinder. We will curate what titles you would like to. You start up the app. You're given a list of like genres you enjoy: slice of life, shonen, shoujos, gore, horror, isekais, all that kind of stuff. You make your little list and everything like that, and then we curate. You get like a little swipey thing, and you swipe through. Like we have like access to like the like Funimation or like Crunchyroll libraries, or even like you connect your accounts to it.
Yeah.
So then you have access to whatever animes are available through those like accounts and everything, and then it'll just like you can like swipe through and make like a little list, and then like well, you know what it can do? Basically, it makes like a top 5, right? And you stop swiping once you hit that top 5, and then you go like, what do you want to watch first? So then at that point, you have a nice little gap. So you're not like just scrolling through like whatever.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just like
have an unlimited list. You're like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna get through all these.
Now it's just like, hey, you hit your 5. You hit your 5 here. Go ahead and get started and everything like that. However you want to watch it, and then you just go through there and like, hey, cool, your top 5's done. You can start swiping again now. So now instead of you like forcing yourself to sit down and watch something and then like you not being into it or whatever, and then at that point, if you're like in the middle of watching it, you're not feeling it, then you can jump back, throw it out of the list, and then assign something else to it, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
I know a lot of people that are app developers, so
Billion-dollar idea.
swear to God, if any of you watching this steal this idea, I'm coming for your
Kill you.
for your family.
Come.
I'm not even gonna come for you. I'm coming for your family.
Yeah, family. If you've seen Sicario.
Jesus Christ.
He just shot him right in front of him. Speaking of kids getting shot. God, what a film. That was Gundam's Endless Waltz right there.
Wow, yeah, that was
That was
a trip.
That was a trip. It was fine. It was enjoyable. It was a good mid.
I now have a goal though, because I want to try and replicate some of those sounds that they used. Like, I just want to see how hard it would be. I have a lot of ideas of how to do it, and obviously I don't know what they recorded with and what they, what they're editing through.
Yeah.
I have a very good idea because there's only so many softwares, especially back then. There was definitely only so many softwares.
A lot of guys
So
a lot of guys just so many of those sound artists and everything. A lot of sound engineers just had stuff lying around, and they're just like, oh, it kind of makes a similar sound. I will go with that.
100% what Foley is. It's so much fun. That's why I enjoy it. Literally, like, the things I've made with the items in my house. It's just wild.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just it was between those sounds and like the aesthetic and everything. It was nice to watch, and it did make me. I feel like I should, if I'm gonna get into watching anime again and everything like that, I do want, like, if I see an anime that's popped up that I'm going to watch for, like, with the podcast or whatever, like newer stuff. I think I should keep. You know what? This is my idea. I should keep newer stuff we're watching, like newer animes are coming out. We keep that to the podcast of, like, that's it to the people's interest. But then on my off time, like, instead of me forcing myself to watch these newer animes, I'm like, well, let me watch some. It's like comfort food.
No.
Like, when I'm not doing anything, or I'm like just hanging out, whatever, vibing. Like, I'm just gonna put on some mac and cheese, or like, some like, or like watching the old Gundam series, like a good old pot of like baked mac and cheese, or like, watch some old Dragon Balls, like some chicky tendies, or chicky nuggies with the little brownie, like a kid cuisine,
Oh my God, Jesus! God, I remember fucking those up as a kid.
Kid cuisines.
And I feel like if I was to buy one, do they even still make them?
I think they still make kid cuisines, yeah.
Holy shit, I've never seen them in a store, but granted, I don't go down the frozen food aisle very often, so.
I've been there a few times.
I've been there a few times.
Listen, man, they're quick and cheap.
I mean, yeah. No, yeah. I've done, like, the, like, healthier portion stuff. I've just never looked in, like, the kid era where the kid cuisines used to be. Well, are they still in a blue box?
Maybe. You know what?
Because I feel like they were so identifiable because they were in that bright-ass blue box.
Yeah, maybe they're not any. I don't know. I had to look.
No, I need to know.
We need to know.
Because I just want to know if they still taste as good as my childhood remembers, and I guarantee you they don't.
Oh, probably not.
I just want to know.
Or we get them and we start eating them. We're like, oh my God, they've always been good. It's all the MSG. Yeah, no. What was it? God,
it was founded 31 years ago. It was founded in 1990. 1990 was 31 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah, I think, yeah.
So it's around?
Yeah, it still exists.
Still around? All right.
Yep. As of 2020, they had SpongeBob SquarePants themed meals. Oh, they have a website. Oh, no, it's still in that box.
Oh, man.
They're a little different, but it's still...
Yeah. I mean...
Coloring pages. What is that?
Oh, my God.
What is that?
Like corn nuggets?
Catch a wave mac and cheese. What the fuck is that?
Fuck? What description, man?
I think it's the dessert.
Like ice cream or whatever?
Strawberry cake. Ew.
Oh.
Ew. It's mac and cheese, corn, and strawberry cake.
Well, first off, okay. You know what? Okay. It's not a hot take. I think it's a pretty understandable and agreeable take. Nobody liked the corn in the fucking kid cuisine.
No,
meals.
and they come in every meal.
Oh, they always do. They're like, oh, we gotta make sure the kids eat their vegetables or whatever. I'm like, get that shit out.
Corn isn't even, like, sustainable. It goes in the same way. It comes out the same way it goes in.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Starch, bro. No, corn. Get that corn out of there. You can put it in my gas, but don't put it into me. You know what I'm saying?
See, even this one, all-American chicken breast nuggets. It's mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, corn, and some weird-ass little cookie bits. Look at them. They're like little...
Oh, it's like cookie dough?
Yeah, they're like little tiny cookie bits.
Yeah, cookie dough. It's cookie dough. That vibes. That vibes.
That vibes.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that brownie still tastes like ass, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that brownie was horrendous.
Tastes like ass, and then... Oh, wait. What the fuck is the popcorn? Oh, that's corn, too? Bro.
Yeah, everything has corn.
Get the corn out of... Dear Kid Cuisine. Dear Kid Cuisine.
Stop with the corn.
Stop the fucking corn. We don't want it. You guys get the chicken breast nuggets, and it comes with the brownie. Because you can get, apparently there's one with the cookie bits, and there's one with the brownie.
Yeah.
You get the brownie because you just want to make sure you have that memory of like burning the roof of your mouth.
Oh my god, it was
it's
so violent.
Because it's too fucking hot.
It's so violent.
See, this is just a nostalgia episode now, because like when I was a kid, you just like get to cook up the kid cuisine, you put on some Gundam or like Dragon Ball, whatever's on Toonami, some Tenchi Muyo, dude. Is Tenchi Muyo on Crunchyroll? I don't think it is. I think like for some reason it's impossible to watch. For some reason, Tenchi Muyo is not on Crunchyroll, and it makes me the saddest of fucking pandas. Because fucking I can't watch my fucking harem anime about a dude who's... Oh, no, is it on there? No, that's not... What is this? Tenchi Muyo Ryoko Oki, whatever the fuck this... This isn't my Tenchi. Is that a kid? Get the kid out of here.
Jeez.
Get the kid out of here. Where's my wife? Where's my blue-haired wife?
Oh, good lord.
She's not here. Not here. Oh no, she's here. Episode 6. No, it's too new. That's too new of an anime. Also looks kind of shitty.
Well, damn. All right.
Go back. This time we go back. Yeah, no. This has become the nostalgia episode now.
I know, Jesus.
Kid cuisines, Toonami, all that shit. But yeah. Where were we at, by the way? I'm assuming we're
over an hour.
Yeah, of course we are. Apparently, we can just bullshit for an hour and it just flies by. Oh, yes, Tenchi U versus on here. Yes. Oh my god, I'm not. Dude, I really watch this. Oh my god. I'm watching the shit out of this when I get home. Wait, no. Oh, the Japanese is available, not the English. The English you need a subscription for on Funimation. Okay, that's fine. You know, I might get a subscription because fucking Homegirl's voice is the best on there. We don't have a metal episode for this month. We're not doing a metal episode for this month. We have a plan of some sort for this month's last episode.
Hallmat.
Yeah, we're doing Hallmat, which there will be
Bunch of fuckery.
a bunch of fuckery. We will have something for it.
I was about to say, if it's not just like a compilation of bullshit, if it's something planned out, well, I don't fucking know. We get there Thursday, we'll figure it out then.
Oh yeah, we get there Thursday, we vibe out. I have a drink in my hand, be like, all right, step 1. Step 2.
Step 3, did you bring the recorder? I fucking hope so.
Please, for the love of God.
I have to. Yeah, I really got to make sure I don't forget shit.
I mean,
I'm packing so much.
I'll bring my cooler and my little bag, and then the rest, you got the rest of it.
Literally, the rest of the car is me.
Yes. Are you guys going on a vacation? No, she's just a cosplayer.
I'm bringing, I thought I had a plan. I was like, I got these 3 cosplays, and now I'm like, I'm gonna be 3 extras. Fuck it. I don't know what I want to do.
2 sticks in a bucket.
Yep.
Fuck it. But yeah.
Fuck the bucket.
Fuck the, don't, ew. The bucket didn't want anything involved in this. Why would you do the bucket didn't ask for this. All right.
Anyways.
Excuse me.
Chaos. This is what happens when we record during the day. Jesus.
This is what happens when we record during the day and we just guzzle down a thing of coffee. You got a large.
No, it's a medium.
That's a medium.
Yeah. It's just I have
the lid.
Yeah.
It's the lid.
I had whipped cream.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, we will catch you guys hopefully at the end of this month, and we'll give you some dope content.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if we'll do anything like this for that episode, but if we don't do anything like this, then we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
We'll see you in
God damn, 2022. What the fuck, bro? I'm still not over 2020.
We're not.
Jesus Christ.
We're still we out here.
God, my birthday's not that far away.
Sheesh.
Shit. But
happy birthday. All right. We'll catch you guys next time.
see ya.
Bye. Yes. Yeah.